Standard 7th, Subject English, Chapter From the Selfish Giant. Hello students, today's topic is very interesting. It is a wonderful story of a selfish giant written by Oscar Fingal, O'Flaherty, Wills Wilde. He was an Irish playwright, novelist, essayist, and a poet. The Selfish Giant is a short fantasy story for the children which revolves around a giant who builds a wall to keep children out of his garden, but learns compassion from the innocence of the children. Students, from the pairs, make a list of things that you usually share with others and another of things which you do not usually share. Things that I share with others. Things that I do not share with others. Now, things that I share with others: food, books, views and opinions, jokes, pencil or pen. Things that I do not share with others: handkerchief, comb, secrets, undergarments, toothbrush. Now, students, we write how we feel when we share our tiffin with others and we eat all by ourselves. If we share my tiffin with others, I feel happy because all of us sit together, talk to each other, and get a chance to taste a variety of food. When we eat alone, we feel lonely and we miss having someone around. Second, when we play in a team and when we practice alone. If we play in a team, we enjoy a lot. We learn from each other, correct our mistakes, and help one another to improve our game. If we practice alone, we get bored. You hear a piece of news. You tell the news to others. When we hear a piece of news, when we tell the news to others. If we hear a piece of news, we research and analyze it. If we think that the news is right, we share it with our friends and we discuss about it. We feel good if we share news with our close friends. If it is good news, we feel happier, and if it is bad, we feel better knowing that my friends are there for us. Now, we see students, you read something. Students, when we read something nice, but don't tell others about it, and when we tell others about the interesting things we have read. Now, see what we feel. If we read something nice but do not tell anyone, we do not feel good as knowledge should be shared. If we tell people about the interesting things that we have read, we are able to share meaningful information with others. We also learn new things from others and enrich our knowledge. Students, when we learn to make something new and when we teach it to others, what we feel? When we feel joyous and proud when we learn something new. When we teach it to others, we improve our own skills. And the more we teach, the more we learn. ओके, नाव मुलांनो, आपण आता या कथेची समरी पाहूया. फ्रॉम द सेल्फिश जायंट ही काल्पनिक कथा ऑस्कर फिंगल ओ फ्लाहर्टी विल्स वाइल्ड या आयरिश लेखकाने लिहिली आहे. ही एका महाकाय अशा दुष्ट मानवाची कथा आहे. हा महाकाय मानव आपल्या मित्रांकडे राहायला गेलेला असतो. त्या काळात शाळेत जाणारी मुले दररोज शाळा सुटल्यावर त्याच्या सुंदरशा बागेत खेळायला येत असतात. एके दिवशी तो आपल्या घरी परत येतो. मुलांना बागेत खेळताना पाहून खूप रागावतो. मुलांनी आपल्या बागेत खेळू नये म्हणून बागेला भली मोठी भिंत घालतो आणि मुलांनी बागेत प्रवेश करू नये अशी सूचना लावतो. त्यामुळे बिचाऱ्या मुलांना खेळायला जागाच मिळत नाही. ते रस्त्यावर खेळण्याचा प्रयत्न करतात, पण तेथे धूळ आणि खडे असतात. मुलांना बागेत खेळण्यास बंदी घालून आपण सर्व ऋतूंनाही बागेत येण्यापासून थांबवत आहोत हे त्या महाकाय मानवाच्या लक्षातच येत नाही. संपूर्ण देशभर वसंत ऋतूचे आगमन होते, तरीसुद्धा त्याच्या बागेत हिवाळा असतो. शरद ऋतू त्याच्या बागेत फळे देत नाही आणि वसंत ऋतू सौंदर्याचा बहर देत नाही. मुलांना बंदी असल्यामुळे निसर्गातील सर्व सौंदर्य त्या बागेत प्रवेश करण्यास नकार देतात. हळूहळू त्याला आपली चूक समजते. शेवटी त्या महाकाय दुष्ट मानवाचे हृदय पालटते आणि निरागस मुलांकडून तो दयाळूपणा शिकतो. मुले त्याच्या बागेत येऊन पुन्हा खेळू बागडू लागतात आणि त्यांच्या पाठोपाठ वसंत ऋतूचेही आगमन होते. अखेरीस तो बागेची भिंतही तोडून टाकतो. तो मुलांचा चांगला मित्र होतो, त्यांच्यासोबत खेळू लागतो आणि आता त्याची बाग ही मुलांचे कायमस्वरूपी खेळण्याचे ठिकाण झाले होते. Now students, we see some new words. Blossoms, a mass of flowers on a tree. बहर किंवा मोहर. Casement, a window or part of a window. खिडकी किंवा खिडकीचा भाग. Cloak, a garment that hangs loosely from the shoulders. मोठा झगा. Compassion, concern for the sufferings of others. दयाळूपणा किंवा कणवाळूपणा. Crept, हळूहळू पुढे सरकणे. Flung, threw forcefully. जोराने फेकणे. Gruff, rough and low in pitch. A voice, आवाज. Hail, small and hard balls of ice that fall from the sky like rain. गारा. Knock down, to break by striking hard. जोरदार तडाखा मारून पाडणे. Linnet, तपकिरी आणि करड्या रंगाचा बिया खाणारा गाणारा पक्षी. Ogre, a man-eating giant according to folklores. नरभक्षक किंवा राक्षस. Perfume, pleasant smell, nice scent. सुगंध किंवा सुवास. Prosecuted, legal action taken against a person or an institution. कायदेशीर खटला चालवणे किंवा कायदेशीर कारवाई करणे. Rattled, made sound similar to a series of repeated knocks. खडवडणे. Spring, the season after winter and before summer. वसंत ऋतू. Stole up, moved nearer quietly. दबक्या पावलांनी येणे. Trespassers, persons entering someone's land or property without permission. परवानगी न घेता प्रवेश करणारे किंवा वाटसरू. ओके. Now students, I read the story part 1 and you listen carefully. Every afternoon, as they were coming from the school, the children used to go and play in the giant's garden. It was a large, lovely garden with soft green grass. Here and there, over the grass, stood beautiful flowers like stars, and there were 12 peach trees that in the springtime broke out into delicate blossoms of pink and pearl, and in the autumn bore rich fruit. The birds sat on the trees and sang so sweetly that the children used to stop their games in order to listen to them. How happy we are, they cried to each other. One day the giant came back. He had been to visit his friend the Cornish ogre and had stayed with him for 7 years. After the 7 years, he determined to return to his own castle. When he arrived, he saw the children playing in the garden. "What are you doing here?" he cried in a very gruff voice, and the children ran away. "My own garden is my own garden," said the giant, "and one can understand that, and I will allow nobody to play in it but myself." So he built a high wall all around it and put up a notice board: "Trespassers will be prosecuted." The poor children had now here to play. They tried to play on the road, but the road was very dusty and full of hard stones, and they did not like it. They used to wander round the high walls when their lessons were over and talk about the beautiful garden inside. How happy we were there, they said to each other. Then the spring came, and all over the country there were little blossoms and little birds. Only in the garden of selfish giant it was still winter. The birds did not care to sing in it, as there were no children, and the trees forgot to blossom. Once a beautiful flower put its head out from the grass, but when it saw the notice board, it was so sorry for the children that it slipped back into the ground again and went off to sleep. The only people who were pleased were the snow and the frost. "Spring has forgotten this garden," they cried, "so we will live here all the year round." The snow covered up the grass with her great white cloak, and the frost painted all the trees silver. Then they invited the north wind to stay with them, and he came. He was wrapped in furs, and he rode all day about the garden and blew the chimney pots down. "This is a delightful spot," he said. "We must ask the hail to visit." So the hail came. Every day for 3 hours he rattled on the roof of the castle till he broke most of the slates, and then he ran round and round the garden as fast as he could go. He was dressed in grey, and his breath was like ice. "I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming," said the selfish giant, as he sat at the window and looked out at his gold white garden. I hope there will be a change in the weather. But the spring never came, nor the summer. The autumn gave golden fruit to every garden, but to the giant's garden she gave none. He is too selfish, she said. So it was always winter there, and the north wind and the hail and the snow danced about through the trees. Now, students, we see some questions and answers. Question number 1. Where had the giant been for 7 years? The giant had gone to visit his friend, the Cornish ogre. He had stayed with him for 7 years. Question number 2. Why did Spring not visit the giant's garden? Since the giant had stopped the children from entering his garden, Spring decided not to visit his garden. Spring was not happy with the giant's selfish behavior. Question number 3. Who were pleased with the giant's decision? The only people who were pleased with giant's decision were the snow and the frost. Now state whether the following statements are true or false. The children played in the giant's garden. True. The giant returned home after 5 years. False. Winter had forgotten the garden of the giant. False. The autumn gave golden fruit to the giant's garden. False. The giant saw a linnet singing outside his window. True. The trees were glad to have the children back again. True. Okay, students, thank you.